Hi, welcome to the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and comment your thoughts and opinions on the stories. Let's get started. Am I the antagonist for converting my wedding ring to a necklace? I am 27, have been married to my wife, F26, for 11 months now. It's been a good first year with ups and downs, but that has more to do with outside events. We're pretty strong, and we usually know how to deal with disagreements. I wear a wedding ring, but I absolutely hate it. I love having something that commentates my marriage, but I don't like a ring. I told my sister about this last week, and she offered to turn it into a necklace. I accepted and she made it into a really nice necklace. When I showed my wife the necklace, she had a weird reaction. She told me that she thinks it's cute, but she thinks it's weird that I'm hiding the ring. The thing is, I'm not hiding the ring, because I'll usually wear it outside my shirt. She also said I should ask before I went, and paid my sister to do that for me. I told her that the last thing I would do is to be unfaithful to her, and that this has more to do with comfort. I feel like this is such a non-issue, but I could be wrong. Am I the antagonist? Someone told me to update. If I took the chain off the ring, it's the same ring with no alterations. She's not mad about the alterations, she's mad about me wearing it as a necklace instead of a ring. Now for the top comments. Info: is there a reason you couldn't mention this to your wife first? Yes. He didn't want her to be able to say she didn't like the idea until it was too late. Soft, you're the a-hole with a lean towards no holes here. You don't like wearing a ring. That's totally okay. But you didn't tell your wife in advance. You just went ahead and had your sister take care of it, which also means you talked to your sister about it before your wife. It makes sense that all of that hurt her feelings. Random idea for you: have you thought of tattooing your ring finger? Lots of people do that nowadays. Am I the antagonist for saying my stepsister's lack of support network for her baby is not my problem? I'm 25F and she's 24F. We are both pregnant and due around the same time. I also don't like her, and would never spend time with her outside of something family related. And even then, I'm not hanging out with her. We are just in the same space. My baby shower was organized by my cousin, who is a very good friend, as well as 2 other very close friends. The shower is today actually. My stepsister had nobody offer to throw her a shower, and weeks ago my mom asked me to let her share mine. I said no. My stepsister then asked me to throw her one. I said no yet again. We are not close enough for me to invite her, so I'm not going to spend my money throwing her one. My mom told me she has nobody, that none of her friends offered, and nobody in her BO family or our side offered either. I told mom it's not my fault she has nobody. I pointed out it's time for them to ask why people don't want to do this for her. Why she has no support network outside of her and her husband. Mom said I should be doing more because we're sisters. My reply was her lack of support network and baby shower are not my problem. For context, my stepsister and I both lost our other parent. My mom married her dad when I was 9. She was 8. She has always claimed her loss was greater than mine. Has outright told me I don't have the right to grieve him the way she grieves her mom. She made up a lie when she was 14 about my paternal grandparents calling her an unwanted bastard because she was jealous they wouldn't take her out when they spent time with me. She told my cousin, paternal cousin, that they had to treat her like family or she'd get them in trouble too. It's how she got found out. She's also the kind of person who expects you to do what she wants and would never reciprocate. So I dislike her. I don't consider her my family, and I still call myself an only child. My mom, her husband, and even my stepsister are outraged that I would be so callous about her. They say I should care about her and my niece. Am I the antagonist? Now for the top comments. NTA: I agree with your statement of asking why no one wants to throw her a shower. Honestly, if your mom and stepdad are so concerned they should throw her own shower, I would suggest that to them, but I'm pretty sure they don't have anyone they can think of to invite who'd come. NTA: I feel like, if your mom cares enough, she should throw it for her, rather than annoying you about it. Hope enjoyed your baby shower at least. Also, was your mom aware of what she said when you were younger? My mom is aware. She sees it as being in the past / stepsister being a kid when that stuff happened. Am I the antagonist for refusing to tell my GF to stop wearing her headscarf in front of my friends? My girlfriend of almost 2 years is half Arabic and has been feeling like wearing a headscarf these days. She looks cute. I love her and I do not mind at all. Her body, her choice. Went out with friends for a dinner and she decided to wear it. After the hangout I was informed that 2 girls in the group felt uncomfortable and threatened by my GF who was wearing a headscarf. I argued with them that how is that even possible, but I was told to inform my GF to stop wearing that in front of them and that she should respect their boundaries. It's been a week and I refuse to tell my GF to stop wearing her headscarf whenever she wants. I would never do such a thing. I'm even contemplating leaving the friend group because of this. But I need a second opinion as some people think I'm wrong, so tell me Reddit. Am I the antagonist? Now for the top comments. All of you are too kind. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate it and will definitely act accordingly. I think you should buy your beautiful girl a beautiful scarf. Take her out and celebrate your relationship. NTA if anything. You are a very supportive boyfriend. What these girls are doing is disguising their discrimination behind setting boundaries. Your girlfriend is making them uncomfortable because she is challenging their prejudice against women who wear headscarves. They don't want to expose their racism/Islamophobia/prejudice, whatever it is, so they are asking her to repress her identity expression. It's like telling a homosexual couple to not kiss in public, cause it makes people uncomfortable. They are the assholes here. Stand by your girl. You two sound like a great couple. Like I said above, these girls do sound racist and entitled, but they also are trying and failing to be woke by seeing the headscarf as a sign of oppression. They really miss the point though, by trying to take away this girl's right to cover her hair, and by telling her BF to rein her in. So ironic. Am I the antagonist for not swapping my meal with my pregnant cousin? Yesterday, my 24F extended family went out for a dinner catch up. My cousin Allison, 29F, came. She's pregnant. I ordered a burger with fries. Allison had some type of herb pasta. When our food came, she asked if I want to swap with her because she didn't like the smell of the pasta. I said sorry, but I want my burger and maybe she can swap with someone else. She said she was suddenly craving a burger and no one else had ordered one. I told her she can order again. Allison said they're saving for the baby and won't waste money buying another dish. That I didn't have to pay the difference if I swapped. The pasta was more expensive. I kept saying no. She got really upset and said I didn't understand the struggles of pregnant women. My mom saw and said I should just swap and was acting like a kid. I said Allison was acting like a kid. Allison said she was hurt and I don't understand pregnancy. My aunt, Allison's mom, noticed the commotion and told Allison to learn how to deal with these things because not everyone will care about her. I'd had enough, so I just started eating before anyone else could tell me to swap. My mom later said I created a scene for no reason and Allison's pregnant, so I should been more understanding. She said she's lost face in front of my aunt. Now I'm thinking, if I should have just sucked it up and swapped. Throw away BTW. Edit. Just wanted to clarify something. My aunt's comment to Allison was snarky sarcastic. Like, oh, your own cousin doesn't care that you're pregnant and suffering and you have to learn how to deal with it. That's why my mom said she was losing face. Because Allison's mom wasn't impressed I didn't swap. Now for the top comments. NTA, and if your cousin were really concerned about saving money she would have ordered something less expensive in the first place. Or not go out to dinner in the first place. NTA, just because you are pregnant it doesn't mean you can act like a spoiled brat. The only person she should have asked to swap is her husband. She could have ordered another hamburger and taken the pasta home. That way it wasn't wasted. NTA. Pregnancy isn't a free pass to demand special treatment. If Allison wanted a burger, she was free to order another. If that couldn't be done, she was free to eat the pasta and quit complaining. Am I the antagonist for telling my cousin to wait before coming out? My grandparents are extremely wealthy, but are incredibly homophobic. They have actively donated money to organizations that are against LGBTQ causes. and are very vocal about their hatred for the people who tarnish the name of God. They have decided to divide their wealth amongst us 6 cousins, which will be given to us when we are 18. This money would be enough for us to live a very comfortable life once we get access to our individual trusts. Nobody has any say in how the money will be used. My cousin, 16F, told me she's been a few months back. I was fully accepting of her, and she said that she had only told her parents, a few close friends and me and my parents. We all were fully accepting of her and would wait before officially coming out. Yesterday night she called me and told me she's ready to publicly come out. She said she would post it on Instagram and then tell our whole family, including grandparents, on our small vacation next week. I told her to wait before telling our family because I'm 100% sure that our grandparents would disown her and remove her from their inheritance. After I said this, she started crying and yelling at me, telling me that I was trying to suppress her true identity, and even accused me of being homophobic. She then told her parents, who shouted at me and told me to mind my own business and that her daughter not getting the money was her problem and not mine. I told my parents about this, and they said I should not have said that because that is her choice and she would live with it. Am I the antagonist for being a genuinely concerned cousin brother and not wanted my cousin to lose out on something she does not fully understand yet, and how much it can change her life? Now for the top comments. NTA, I'm a bisexual NB disaster, but if there's an inheritance involved from wealthy grandparents, my ass is going so far back into that closet. Wait for them to die and use the money to live the gayest lifestyle possible as a big fuck you to their homophobia. That's just my personal take on it though. I'm being literally in this boat. This closet is very comfortable knowing that one day it'll be a mansion. Or, better yet, a small house with a huge yard for dogs. And it is only waiting 2 years. I have a feeling in 2 years you'll be asking AITA for not sharing my inheritance with my cousin after she received nothing because she came out of the closet. She's 16. 16-year-olds aren't always great at looking at the long game. I'm hella Bian. In this economy, I'd be keeping my mouth shut so I could collect that green. The people who actually matter to her know and accept her. How is giving up an inheritance so she can tell strangers what her sexual identity is actually worth it? Take the money and live your best gay life. Yeah, no? Anyways. NTA. Am I the antagonist for announcing my son's name with the mention that he's named after my dad? I gave birth to my first son, my little boy, a month ago. We chose his name early in my pregnancy, but kept it to ourselves until after he was born so nobody could try to talk us out of it or get their opinion heard on the name beforehand. His first name was my dad's middle name, a name my dad preferred and would have liked to be called, but his parents were strict on using his first name and my dad just kinda accepted the fact he would always hate his name and prefer to be called his middle. He died when I was 7, and I still remember us talking about his name. So when I found out we were expecting, my husband and I talked it over and agreed the name, which is unisex, was a perfect honor for our child. My mom has been married to my stepdad since I was 11. They have children together and he has kids with his ex-wife as well, but he always considered me his adopted daughter, even though I turned down the chance to be adopted by him. When he saw my FB post with my son's name, he told me he was upset. In the post I had said my son was given a name that honors his granddad, my beloved dad, and my stepdad was upset that I had failed to mention him. He said the post reads, like I don't have a dad and my son doesn't have a grandpa. I told him I never said those words, though I would consider it true that I don't have another dad. I told him he's my stepdad and that for me his place in my life is very different than my dad's. He told me the post was insensitive, and I didn't need to make a big song and dance about how special the name is to me. Am I the antagonist for the post? Now for the top comments. NTA. You're the one who lost your dad, and you are the one who has given birth. Irrespective of your relationship with your stepdad, it's out of line and disrespectful of your father's memory for your stepdad to make this about himself now, or ever. Your stepdad is not entitled to the relationship he feels he should have with you. It's a very big ask to take the place of a beloved parent. You didn't purposefully leave your stepdad out, You didn't choose this name to spite him. You gave your child a gift in your late dad's name. And you should feel free to celebrate your accomplishment in bringing a life into this world. Congratulations on your child. And here's hoping for a speedy recovery. NTA. As someone whose mom died when I was 4, I can completely understand the parent-shaped void left behind that nobody else could ever fill. No matter how much I wish they could, or how much that person tried. It may be hard for someone who doesn't understand that loss to truly comprehend. However, you absolutely have done nothing wrong. NTA at all. This isn't about him. Tell him that he will have a relationship with your neighbor. Something that your bio dad can't have. It's wonderful that he considers you his child. Too many children aren't half as lucky. But this is your way of honoring your dad. Yeah. This is absolutely part of it and worth explaining. Me and my brother are both named after relatives who died. Not because they didn't love the living grandparents, but because they knew we'd get to know and love them in person.